What is up, you guys? This is JP here coming at you with another video. Today's video is about a versus series of the bench press versus a flat dumbbell press. I know you guys, a lot of you are probably going in your head right now saying, oh, this has been beaten to death. And all these versus series have, but obviously I'm confident in what I can tell you guys, and I'm confident in my knowledge in fitness. So I'm gonna give you guys my take on this. So a lot of you may be saying, well, versus series, like, okay, what are we talking about? I'm gonna be talking about specifically about strength and hypertrophy, okay? So I'm gonna compare these two exercises and determine what's best for you. So the main difference between a bench press and a flat dumbbell press is the equipment that you're using it on, okay? So a bench press, obviously with a bench press, you're using a barbell, and the barbell is not going to split. It's not going to break apart in the middle. It's connected, and it sounds ridiculous. A lot of you might be saying, well, of course it's connected. I know that, I use it. But that's one of the main reasons why that the bench press is different from a flat dumbbell press in regards to its effect on you as a lifter and what muscles are specifically gonna be working. The fact that a barbell bench press is connected and a flat dumbbell press, the dumbbells are not connected, is going to be a little bit different. So that is the main determinant, in that a flat dumbbell press is connected, and it lets you exert force in different ways than a flat dumbbell press is. I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything, is a flat dumbbell or flat barbell bench press is going to be better for strength than a flat dumbbell press is. So a barbell bench press is better for strength, flat out. There's no really no debate there. Now some of you may like and prefer a flat dumbbell press, but a flat dumbbell press, it's not very practical when it comes to heavy weights, because again, a dumbbell, you're gonna have to have someone to help you set up. There's gonna be a lot of moving around in a dumbbell press, and it's not really, like I said, the main point here is it's not practical to use extremely heavy weights. Now, you may have seen Strength Cartel lift 250 dumbbells. You may have seen Larry Wills lift crazy weights with that. But again, it's not very practical for everybody. They had people to help them set up, and you're not gonna have that for every single time. For a regular lifter, for someone who doesn't have a lifting partner every single time, a barbell bench press is by far gonna be better with strength. You're able to overload it, you're able to unrack it, unlike a dumbbell press. So strength, barbell bench press is the winner. Now, for hypertrophy, what's the winner here? So for barbell bench press, it's gonna be better for triceps development. The main reasoning here is that when you are lifting with a barbell bench press, when your arms are going from a bent, I'm trying to keep it simple for everyone watching. When you're going from a bent position and you're extending your arms are able to extend when the load is in your hands without the load falling off. So when you're doing a barbell bench press, your arms are extending, but they're latching on to the actual barbell here. So your triceps are able to maximally exert in the main function of them, which is extension of the arm right here. So if you were to try to do the same thing with a dumbbell, if you were to try to actually extend with the arm, you can even watch me as I'm doing this right here. If you're pressing a dumbbell and you were to just straight out extend the dumbbells, you are now increasing the moment at the shoulder, and you're now kind of turning this into like a neutral grip fly, which obviously is not a good thing to do when you're doing a flat dumbbell press. So when you're doing a bench press, when it comes to tricep development, a barbell bench press is much better overall versus a press. Now, there are certain modifications you could do, but I'm not talking about exceptions. When it comes to normalization of both exercises, no exceptions. A barbell bench press, in my opinion, is just better for tricep hypertrophy. Now, when it comes to chest hypertrophy, this is where my opinion differs a little bit. I think a barbell bench press is good for chest hypertrophy in general. Again, I think you can't really go wrong with the barbell bench press, but certain key elements of a dumbbell press just beat the barbell bench press. One is a dumbbell press has an increased range of motion. A barbell press, obviously, the bar is gonna hit your chest at a certain point and you're not gonna be able to go a little bit lower. So a dumbbell press is gonna be better in that aspect is range of motion. So obviously, when you're doing more work, technical definition of work is force times displacement. You're moving the resistance over a longer distance. You're getting more volume. More volume equals more hypertrophy in the long run. So I think that in that sense, I think a dumbbell press is going to be better than a barbell press. Now, so range of motion is better. Now, when it comes to a dumbbell press, what I also like is when a flat dumbbell press, you can take certain angles, whereas you can't do certain angles with a flat barbell press. You're not able to move your hands and your shoulders at certain positions to kind of cater to what you like. When you're doing a barbell press, yeah, you can move up and down, but you have a reverse grip, an overhand grip, forward to backwards. That's essentially what you're limited to. With a flat barbell press, you can do different angles of hands, or a flat dumbbell press, you can do different angles with hands, whereas you can't do that with a flat barbell press. It's just a little bit different between the two exercises. So in hypertrophy, I like the dumbbell press in those two aspects so far: increased range of motion, a little bit more creativity with hands. Also with the dumbbell press, I like how when you're doing it, there's certain things where, like if you're injured, for example, or you have an injury you're trying to work with. So many people work with shoulder pain that a flat dumbbell press will benefit them more than a flat barbell bench press. Personally, and this is an anecdote, this isn't a study thing, I'm sure there are a lot of studies that cover this, but anecdotally, and my expertise is when you're working with a barbell bench press, I've had more clients say, oh, I feel this badly in my shoulder, and then we'll cut out their exercise, but I feel this badly in my shoulder in a barbell bench press than a dumbbell press. So a dumbbell press, they don't really feel it. I've never really heard anyone say it hurts, and if it's very rare if they say it does hurt. So when it comes to hypertrophy, I think that the flat dumbbell press has those three things. Now, the barbell bench press has one key element that's gonna win over a flat dumbbell press in hypertrophy, is that a flat barbell press, you can still overload more than you can a flat dumbbell press. A flat dumbbell press, you're working with two different units. I'm doing a lot of this because that's essentially what happens with the dumbbell presses. You're working two separate units you're trying to control. With the flat barbell press, you have one unit that's connected, and with that one unit, you have higher stability. Higher stability means you're able to overload more. If you're able to overload more with more weight, that means more volume in the long term. So I think that when it comes to, like, if you had a scale, way over here is free weights, single leg exercises. On this scale is machines, very bodybuilder exercises. A flat barbell bench press, it falls in a very good middle of that. It's like, it's not a machine, but it has a lot of stability and you're able to overload it very well. Whereas dumbbells have a lot of practicality issues. So again, to recap, barbell bench press, better for strength. When it comes to a flat dumbbell press, they have a lot of benefits for hypertrophy. Increased range of motion. If you have an injury, it's easy to work with. You're able to work with different angles to target different muscle groups. But when it comes to hypertrophy, I think that the barbell bench press is better when it comes to triceps development, and also you're able to overload a little bit better. So if someone put a gun in my head and made me pick, if I had to pick, I would pick the barbell bench press. But you should still include the dumbbell press when it comes. If you got enough volume and time to work with, include the dumbbell press. But if you have to pick one and you're torn, I would go with the barbell bench press, just because I like the overload capability of it and the fact that it's just better stability. But again, there are certain exceptions where a dumbbell press will be better. So it's not so much as a versus, which is ironic because of series, but it's you got to pick one, and there's specific times you're going to pick one. If you guys have any questions, leave them down below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.